Hi, good to see you again. I'm Graham Martin. I'm the recruitment guy with another 5-minute interview. I'm really pleased to be here today with Sarah Cavill at Villandry, which is in Marylebone in the West End of London, and we're at this magnificent, I'm going to say it's not really just a restaurant, is it? It's a destination, and we've got fine dining, you've got a shop.
Cafe, shop.
Yeah, exactly. It's so many things, isn't it? And really it's the heart, isn't it? The heart of this area. People come from lots of blocks around. So many restaurants here. This place always seems to be jammed out.
Yes.
Food is exceptional. So we're here today to find out a little bit more about this particular sector. So Sarah, first thing I've got to ask you, how long have you been involved in this kind of business?
About 20 years.
20 years. And what was it that drove you? Did you wake up one day and think, I must be involved in the restaurant business, or did it kind of creep up on you?
It crept up on me. I finished university. It was a good go-to job to earn some money, to pay off debts, to go travelling. And that's how it all started.
And you said you had a degree. What was your degree in?
Psychology.
And has that prepared you in a funny way quite well for this kind of business?
I think I did psychology because I like people.
Yeah.
And that prepares you well for this sort of business. There's a lot of day-to-day interaction.
I can imagine it's all about the people, isn't it, really?
Totally, yeah.
People, service, products and quality. Now, in this kind of business, typically, one walks through the door and you might see maybe the waiter, the waitress, maybe the front of house, maybe a chef walking around. But I know there's lots of other people. So can you just give our viewers a bit of a flavour for the kind of roles that are occupied in an organisation like this?
Okay, so front of house, we have waiters, bar staff, commis waiters, shop assistant, managers, hosts. Back of house, we have events, we have chefs, finance, marketing, we have a sommelier. There's, no end of jobs.
So a sommelier, I've heard of that. What is a sommelier?
Someone that sells wine.
Oh, and they're experts, isn't that right?
They are experts in wine, yes.
It takes quite a while to develop the nose and to learn about the wines on offer and so forth.
Yeah, to be very confident in advising your guests in recommendations with food.
Yeah.
And just on a personal preference, everyone has a different palate.
So just to give us a flavour, if you pardon the pun, of some of the roles here. A chef, what would a chef's day typically be, and what might he earn if he was working in the West End of London?
So starting chefs earn between 18,000 and 19,000. Typically most restaurants I know will do 5 days on, 2 days off in a week. In our particular restaurant we're open throughout the whole day, so chefs would either do sort of a morning or an evening shift. Some restaurants will operate a lunch and dinner service, so a chef might work from sort of midday to the evening to do both.
Yeah.
So it can be quite long days, but most restaurants will always operate 5 days on, 2 days off.
And the waiting staff, I have to say I've been here quite a bit, so I'm a bit of a fan. Your waiting staff are exceptional. Do you struggle to find that quality waiting staff or not?
Can at times. There seem to be certain times of year that are harder to recruit than others. It's really about finding people that have a passion for food, a passion for communication, for people, want to interact with people, enjoy service.
Yeah. And you were talking to me earlier about the other roles that people might not necessarily think of, which would be, for example, in terms of accounts. You've got an accounts team here, haven't you?
Yes. We have to do banking daily. We have to pay the invoices, we order a lot of stuff, so we need someone, back of house, organising all that, making sure we're up to date with everything, producing all our figures at the end of each period so we know how we're performing. It's
a bit like a swan, you look very calm above the water, but underneath there's a lot of paddling going on quite quickly.
There's a lot of activity back of house.
Now your career, you said you started in waiting, and here you are as operations manager, and you look after how many people?
We've got about 180 team members. So.
180. And some are full-time, some are part-time, are they?
Yeah, we do have some part-timers, some people that are at college and getting a bit of work experience doing part-time hours.
And I know that you just opened a new operation just around the corner in Pall Mall.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your involvement with that. I guess there was a lot of plates to spin from your point of view.
Yeah, there's a lot of organisation in directing with the building team, getting all the equipment in, getting set up. The recruitment is another side to that, getting the training done, getting everyone in here and experience before they go there, and just getting the place open. There's an awful lot to do.
And it sounds like it's never done, it's never finished. There's always something new to develop and evolve, and new product lines and maybe new menus and tastes to counter for.
Yeah, I think, in the food industry is like fashion. It goes in waves and it changes. What is in, what is out, what people want. What is the latest diet, what is the latest food fad, you've got seasonal changes, so it's ever changing.
Fantastic. And if somebody wanted to get into this business, or they were thinking about it and they're watching this at school or at home or on one of their career seminars, what would you say the one most important thing is they should do?
Go and get some experience, go and get some work experience, get a weekend job, you need to see if it's a job for you, if you're happy with the hours, if you're happy communicating with people all day long.
Yeah.
It is a very communicative role, very... sorry, I completely messed up.
It doesn't matter, keep going. It's fine, this is live, it's good. It's about communication, isn't it?
It's about communication and being confident to people.
Yeah.
You've got to be confident in talking to people.
Now, if people wanted to find you, and a lot of people are interested in the people that I interview and where they come from, what's your website?
www.thelandry.com.
So do we spell that?
VILLANDRY.
That's great, fabulous, thank you so much. Well, Sarah, it's been a joy, thank you very much. So much we can learn about the leisure industry, about restaurants, about running a food emporium, a cafe. You know, you never know when you go through the doors what goes on behind. So lots of good information. So it's Graham Martin, the recruitment guy, and Sarah from The Landry in the West End in London. Bye for now.